Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakta Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote. Bhakti Rupamanshi Sharma Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Grace His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामामृत, द नेक्टर ऑफ होलीनेस। Impersonal speculation, monism merging into existence of the Supreme, speculative knowledge, mystical yoga, and meditation are all compared to grains of sand. They simply cause irritation to the heart. No one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such activities, nor do we give the Lord a chance to sit in our hearts peacefully. Rather, the Lord is simply disturbed by them. Sometimes yogis and jnanis in the beginning take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a way to begin their various practices. However, when they falsely think that they have attained release from the bondage of material existence, they give up chanting. They do not consider that the ultimate goal is the form of the Lord or the name of the Lord. Such unfortunate creatures are never favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for they do not know what devotional service is. They described the Bhagavad Gita in this way. Tan aham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman क्षिपामि अजस्रम अशुभन असुरेश्व एव मुयोनिषु. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species life. Bhagavad Gita 16.19. The demons are always envious of the Lord and are therefore most mischievous. By his practical example, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has shown us that all the grains of the sand must be picked up thoroughly and thrown outside. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cleansed the outside of the temple, fearing that the grains of the sand would again come within. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura explains that even though one may become free from the desire of fruity activities, sometimes subtle desires for fruity activities comes into being within the heart. One often thinks of conducting business to improve devotional activity. However, contamination is so strong that it may later develop into misunderstanding and described as a kutinati, fault finding, and pratishta, the desire for name. Desire for name, desire for name and fame, and for high position. Jiva himsa, enemy of other living entities. Nishiddhachara, accepting things forbidden in Shastra. Kama, desire for material gain. And puja, hankering for popularity. The word kutinati means duplicity. As an example, one may attempt to imitate Srila Haridas Thakura by giving the solitary place one's real desire may be for name and fame. In other words, one thinks that fools will accept one to be as good as Haridasa Thakura just because one lives in a solitary place. These are all material desires. A neophyte devotee is certain to be attacked by other material desires as well, women and money. In this way, the heart is again filled with dirty things and becomes harder and harder, like that of a materialist. Gradually, one desires to become a reputed devotee or an avatara, incarnation. The word Jiva Himsa, envy of other living entities, actually means stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. Preaching work is described as paropakara, welfare activity for others. Those who are ignorant of the benefits of devotional service must be educated by preaching. One must stop preaching. If one stops preaching and simply sits down in a solitary place, he is engaging in the material activity. If one desires to make compromise with the Mayavadis, he is also engaged in material activity. A devotee should never make compromise with non-devotees. By acting as a professional guru, mystic yogi, or miracle man, one may cheat and bluff the general public and gain fame as wonderful mystic. But all this is considered to be dust, straw, and grains of sand within the heart. In addition, one should follow the regulative principles and not desire religious sex, gambling, intoxicants, and meat. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 12.135. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Srila Prabhupada quote, 2nd May. When there is a suffering given by Krishna, a devotee does not take seriously suffering. A devotee thinks it is favor of Krishna that he has put me into suffering. They never see suffering as suffering. It is favor of Krishna. That is devotee's vision. It is exactly who like a son who knows his father well. If father slaps, the son never protests. He knows that it is good for me. Similarly, a devotee is never disturbed when there is a suffering given by Krishna. Bombay, 2nd May 1974. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Bhagavad Gita 8.24. Agnirjyotir aha sukla sanmasa uttayanam tat prayata gachanti brahma brahmvido janaha. Translation: those who know the Supreme Brahma attain the Supreme by passing away from the Lord during the influence of the fiery God, in the light, at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.9.4. Satam vivat shantam atadvidham hari Jnanatvasa sarvasya cha hridi avasthita Kritanjalim brahman jena kambuna pasparsha balam kripya kapole. Translation: although Dhruv Maharaj was a small boy, he wanted to offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in suitable language, but because he was inexperienced, he could not adjust himself immediately. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being situated in everyone's heart, would understand Dhruv Maharaj's awkward position. Out of his causeless mercy, he touched his conch shell to the forehead of the Dhruv Maharaj, who stood before him with folded hands. Hare Krishna. CC Madhyalila 4.54. Pathera simhasane Thakura vasela Bada eka patra prishte avalamba dila. Translation: A big stone was made into a throne, and the deity was installed upon it. Another big stone was placed behind the deity for support. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Raj ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Radha Ras Bihari ki jai. Shri Lalita Sakhi ki jai. Vishakha Sakhi ki jai. Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki jai. Morning Japa program की जय, अमृत वाणी की जय, समस्त भक्त वृंद की जय. In today's Amrit Vani, it has been clearly mentioned that there are Mayavadis, atheists, that those who come into the devotional service to not gain the love of the Lord, but to gain some power, to gain some, to perform some miracles, like walking on water, walking on fire, or giving high jumps. Such people remain in the earth in various lives, life after life, life after life. In fact, these things are considered to be like the grains of sand, which are irritating the heart and irritating the Lord which is within our heart. We should always try to please the Lord by the devotional service, by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, as told to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, of course, our chanting should be to clear our heart, and we should be humble, tolerant, and also we should not have any envy against any of the devotees, other devotees. बोलते हैं दुखी paradukhi. A devotee becomes, laminates when he sees other devotees to be in dukh, trouble, or those who are lamenting. He tries to sympathize with them and tries to remove their problems. So envy is something which should be avoided by all the devotees. It is also said that when we have any envy against anything, any devotee, and if we speak anything against any devotee, uske paap hum log ko lag jate hain. So we should be very careful. And then, of course, the example is given of Haridas Thakur, that some of the people, they pray like Haridas Thakur, but then within their heart, they keep on thinking about the fruits of material activities or material attachments, like drinking, like meat eating, like women, like gambling, etc. But we should always be chanting and following the four regulative principles. Then alone we are considered to be in proper Krishna consciousness, and then only we will be able to satisfy the Lord. We should never think that we will become one with the Lord. No, that is the atheistic way of thinking or demonic way of thinking. We should always be thinking that we should be always the dasanodas. We should keep on being the servants of the servants of the servants. And also the devotees, when they do the devotional service, their aim is to go back home, back to Godhead, because we are the children of the Lord. And our duty is to go back home and do the service to the Lord. Hare Krishna. Next. In Prabhupada quote today, he says, like it is said that Sukh mein sumran, dukh mein sumran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koe. So he has given the example here that Lord sometimes gives you some dukkha, sufferings, so that you are able to remember him. Otherwise, you will get the bondage of the material things and you will forget the Lord. So we should always be remembering Krishna, never forgetting Krishna. Haribol. Next. Little bigger. Ah, yes. Up, up, up. Move up. I can't see that. Move up. I can't see the passage. I can't see the passage. This is the shloka. Go up.
Show the translation one.
Show the translation. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you are able to
Yeah,
see now?
in Bhagavad Gita, yes, now I can see. Yes. Those who know the Supreme Brahma attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light at an auspicious moment of the day. So here they have given that those people who leave their body, if it is in the fortnight of the waxing moon, they go to the Lord, Supreme Lord. And also when the sun is moving for 6 months in the northern area, northern side, they also go to the Lord. Like Bhishma Pitama, he left his body on Makar Sankrat when the sun started moving to the north. So that is very auspicious. But those people, of course, who remember the Lord at the time of the death, also they go to the Lord. Next. Now, Dhruv Maharaj was standing in front of the Lord, looking at him. Actually, when Narad Muni had advised Dhruv Maharaj how to worship the Lord, he forgot to tell him how to glorify the Lord and how to offer the obeisances to the Lord. So he was perplexed as to how to glorify the Lord. And the Supreme Lord, understanding what is going on within the heart of Dhruv Maharaj, he touches the Shankar conch shell to the head of Dhruv Maharaj, and Dhruv Maharaj understands and then starts offering obeisances and also to glorify the Lord. Hare Krishna. Next. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, now they have found the deity very heavy and they want to install it. So they bring a big flat stone and they keep the deity on that. And behind they put a big stone also for a support. That is how they are trying to prepare some sitting arrangement. And of course, ultimately, the temple will be erected in that area. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki